Good morning, team. Welcome to day 148 of the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Now, most people hope that their day goes well, but if you get up early and act intentionally towards your goals, you guarantee it. So get up early with us. Let's make progress every day and change our lives. First step before we start moving is we're gonna choose our first thoughts of the day. So come on with me. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sit down in our paleo squat. 5 a.m. Squat Club, let's get into our 5 a.m. squat. So feet underneath the hips. If you feel like you're gonna fall backwards here, then grab yourself a weight as a counterbalance. You can grab onto a table or something stationary as well. And we wanna choose our first thoughts of the day. So what I wanna tell myself is I am responsible. If I'm gonna achieve my goals, it's up to me. Nobody's gonna come do it for me. If I fail, that's on me. I will take responsibility, take accountability. My choice, my response, up to me. Next is I will make time between stimulus and response so that the things that come at me that could stress me out, which are a lot, take a moment and give a response that improves. Excuse me. Next is I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. If I take the steps to get towards my goals, there's no reason why I shouldn't get there. If I focus on the big picture, it can be overwhelming and too far off, but take the steps, make progress. 1% every day is the goal. And then last is I choose gratitude. So through this process, as I'm working, it's easy to see the redundancy, the slow progress, the not reaching the goals as fast as you want. But if you don't see the positive, if I don't take a minute to see the things that are positive, I'll only see the negative. So I need to focus on seeing the positive and being grateful for that, and then you see more. So I'm responsible. I'll make time between stimulus and response. I have all I need to succeed today and will focus on progress over perfection. And then I choose gratitude. And we repeat, so that becomes the default eventually. All right, let's move. Okay, let's get at it here. Good morning, Jody. Is it raining over there? You guys got some moisture coming down, which is always a nice thing. All right, so first warm up we're gonna do is just our burpees, right? We're getting up early, we're getting up off the floor. Probably one of the most functional movements that we do. Can you get up off the ground? So we're gonna start out nice and slow, getting 20 here. Just, you can walk yourself down and then walk yourself back up. Or if you want, you can pick up the pace and, hop it back, hop it up. I don't think I'm ready for that yet this morning though. So let's just move whatever pace works for you for 20 of those. There's 3. There's 4. We've got a workout of back squats and some planks with an overhead lift this morning. Maybe someday I'll have a squat rack and I won't have to clean the barbell, but for today, we're still on that. Hopefully you guys have a squat rack if you got a barbell. All right, keep going. I think I'm 7 or so. Let's get that blood flowing. It is warm here today. I don't know how you guys are feeling. 9. 10. Did a whole lot of burpees yesterday at the gym. Burpees over a dumbbell. That was a rough one yesterday. I've lost count. I'm gonna get 3 or 4 more here. Starting to get the heart rate up a little bit. Breathing rate is increasing for sure. Good morning. Good morning. Maybe one more. All right. Wow. really jacks up the heart rate. Okay, so we're gonna get in the rest of our general warm up here. I'll walk you through it. If you are someone who likes to hop on a machine or go for a jog, feel free to do that, get the blood flowing. But we're gonna go knee raises for the hip flexors. Obviously we'll be squatting today, so that's gonna be important. We're gonna go good mornings, hinging at the hip, trying to maintain a nice neutral spine, warming up the posterior chain. Excuse me. We'll go with some lunges, some reverse lunges, a few more burpees, and then our squat. So feet underneath the shoulders. I like to go arms out as a counterbalance, hips back and down until they're below the knees. And then come on. So we'll go through 2 rounds there. Whew. Trying to get prepped for our squats. During these knee raises, you're trying to keep that standing leg straight. You'll notice if I bend the knee, then the hip goes forward and the hip doesn't close. So I want to keep that standing leg nice and straight, nice and tall with the chest so that all the movement is happening right at that hip flexor. Talk about our topic a little bit today, but it's pretty simple. If you do the things that get you to your goals, you get there. Pretty simple, right? If you want to get somewhere, you have to do the work. You have to take the steps. You have to make sure of it. You know, and that can be, yes, any time of the day. But it's just easy or simple to make that happen before everybody else is up and carve out that time to make that progress every day. It's simple. Why are you going to talk about it? If you do the steps towards your goal, you're going to get there. And if you find it hard to allocate the time, that's where it is, then do it in the morning. Do it with us first thing so that there's no way that it doesn't happen. There's no way that you miss. It's just automatic. It becomes your habit, your routine, and then success is guaranteed. Boom. Good morning, Yaroslav. How are we feeling? How was that workout yesterday at the gym? Wasn't that rough? Oof. Lots of people were laying on the ground after that one. Legs are a little tired. All right, round 2. Back to the hip flexor. Wow, I don't know if it's the humidity or if it's like hot, but I'm getting pretty moist here already. Woo! I don't know if you got some air conditioning there, Yaroslav, at your place. What's it feeling like in Connecticut there, Jody? You had that rain emoji. Is that what's happening there? Okay. Hinge at the hip here if you're new to good mornings. Just think about there's a rod through your hip. You're basically just rotating around it like one of those tippy drinking birds. Something like that. And then on the lunge, I'm looking for the back knee to kiss the ground. Relatively vertical shin on that front leg. Nice upright torso. That kind of jazz. You can support yourself on a door or a wall or something if you need on these ones. All right, a few more burpees. I'm getting warm. I'm feeling it. Maybe 3 or 4 burpees here. And some squats. And then we'll do a little bit specific prep for the barbell. No rush. All right, last air squats. All right, think about when you're doing your warm-up air squats. Imagine you're holding your barbell. So how tight can I be in that bottom position? Right, I'm fighting for getting into better position so that when I have that barbell on me, you're successful. Okay, let's talk about today's session. Yaroslav said I almost died. Didn't expect it would be that hard. Yeah, yesterday was very rough. Jody says rainy and muggy. My gym is fairly cool though, since it's in the basement. Nice. I should go in the basement. Although I think you watched that basement video, it's pretty grungy down there, pretty small. Okay, so let's talk about today's workout here. 2 movements as usual, back squat and plank with an overhead lift, which we'll talk about in a sec. So for the back squat, I'm gonna go with the barbell. If you have a bar or a PVC stick or a broomstick, or a hockey stick or whatever, you could do a back squat. I'll go into an option that, you know what, everybody can do something like that, right? I'll get a chair if you need. So bars on the back. I like this high bar position. It's not sitting down low and hinging. I'm gonna stay upright. I'm gonna brace the abs. After I take a big breath in, abs are on tight, and then I'm gonna send the hips back and down, getting my range of motion, ideally hips below the knee, and then standing it up nice and tall at the top, like so. If, say you don't have something long like that, like a barbell or a stick, you could always just take a dumbbell, throw it behind you on the back, and go the same thing like that. Simple, simple. We'll talk loading in a sec. And then the second one, and if your capacity is super low, set up a chair, grab that stick on the back, touch the chair, stand, right? Choose a level that's challenging, but doable. And then the second one, oh, excuse me, we're gonna get into a nice tight plank position. So what I'm thinking about here is butt squeeze, leg squeeze, ab squeeze. I don't wanna sag, and I don't want to pike. So nice tight plank. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go overhead with an arm, and then we'll switch, we'll get some on both sides. If that's not accessible, if lifting the arm is not accessible, just hang out in the plank. If, you know, if you really want to get that arm lift in and the plank is very challenging, you could elevate your floor and then do the arm lifts there. That can be on something higher if you want. The higher the floor, the easier that one is. Okay, so let's take the next few minutes and start getting set up here, especially if you've got a barbell. I'm going to aim to get to something that I can clean. That's going to be probably my limiting factor, is what I can get off the floor onto my back. Obviously, if you've got a squat rack, you can go as heavy as you want on this. You know, you can choose heavy for low reps, or you could choose lighter for more reps and work more on endurance. So it's up to you based on kind of what your goals are. So let's do that. Let's start getting set up. If you are getting some good weight on there, make sure you take warm-up steps, right? You don't go straight to your workout weight, that you take a few warm-ups in between, working your way up. You can follow along with what I'm doing if you want to do that. Probably gonna aim to do, I don't even know, maybe 155. But as I'm saying, it'll depend on what I can get off the floor. If you're already set up, make sure you press the like button. And if you haven't joined us on school, back is not happy. I would appreciate that. That's where we get all our exercise talk done. All right, I'll warm up there. Be nice to have a squat rack someday. This is tedious. Be a few steps, sorry. Maybe we have music on doing this. Seeing a couple other people this morning who didn't show yet. Sleeping in. You guys are the ones taking it seriously. Making sure your goals happen. Love it. Oh, that's probably the biggest challenge, is just taking it off. Bringing it back down without dropping it. Okay, we're close. I'm drenched in sweat already. Guess that's pretty typical for me. How we doing there, team? Feel like I'm just hanging out by myself here. What are we thinking for weights and options? Close. All right. Okay, I think I'm good. How are you guys doing? Ready? Wow, I'm dripping sweat already. Some chalk just in case. All right, Jody, Yaroslav, how we doing?
I feel nauseous, believe me.
Let's go over this again. Once again, we're gonna go back squats on the even minutes, alternating minutes for 10. You know, and you can choose, as I said, you can choose a heavier weight, especially if you've got a squat rack, for less reps and focus more on strength, or lighter barbell, more reps, focus a little more on strength endurance. And then on the odd minutes, we're gonna do the plank with the lift. And, you know, I'll probably start with 5 per side and increase from there. So, if you're ready, let's do this. Jody says, being alone, I typically keep low weight on the bar. Yeah, it's probably smart. And I'm ready to go. Yeah, I mean, this is heavy enough. Happy with this. I may lose the mic halfway through the workout because it'll stick to the barbell, so just keep going. Just follow along. All right, it's time, team. Are you gonna get in the way, dog? Perfect. Let's do this. Right. 10 seconds, team. Let's do it. Squats are first. 3, 2, 1. Woo.
Yo, let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring. Yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God, they all let me down.
Putting that down so hard.
Just to wear the crown.
Okay, start with 4.
See
if I can increase as we go. 20.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
15.
I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God, they all let me down.
5.
I always fought just to wear the crown.
2, 1. Plank. Five, I think. Maybe we'll hold that one longer next time. Maybe we'll show Nikki. One of each down. That plank will be kind of a nice, I don't want to call it rest, but
never had a lot of come
slightly
had to work hard, struggle just to be
squat.
me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
You there, bro? Wake up. 10. 5, 3, 2, 1.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring, yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing.
10 and 10
got heart, are you mean?
Better.
Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
2 of each down. 3 to go.
Who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
3, 2, 1. Squat rack real bad. Fuck. That's so much more work. 15.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off
6 down, 4 to go.
Who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
2 more.
I won't stop till they hear me now.
10.
I won't stop till I wear the crown.
3, 2, 1.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring, yeah, we all want to be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go lead? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Oh man. One more of each, team. We got some hang work to do afterwards. Wow. Last set of squats coming up, team.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
5, 3, 2, 1.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it.
Catch your breath, team. Walk around, take a minute. Let me know how that was. Yaroslav, Jody, how do we feel? Oh, Jesus. Incredible. Soaked. Holy moly. All right. Great job. Jody got those squats in, felt good. 60 pounds for 8 reps. Last round did 10. Sweating for sure. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about our opportunity work here. Whew, so we're talking hang today. And I know that we do some hang work on Sundays during active recovery day as well. So I'm gonna give some options here today. So personally, I'm working on a single arm hang. So probably I'll just alternate for the EMOM. And then maybe at the end, as I get tired, I'll just go with a double hand. But you could go with just a dead hang. You could go palms out, you could go palms in. You could, if you want to work on some pull-ups, you could do that. I guess you could always do some kind of like toe to bar or something, but we want to get in a hang position. So let's talk about that. So if you got one of these, get your bar set up. Or ideally, you've just got a permanent one. It's even better. So what I'm likely going to do, as I was saying, I'm going to go single arm. And I can even just do this with my feet supported on the floor if I wanted a little bit less intensity. Same thing on the left arm. I could go double overhand or palms out. I could go chin up grip with the palms in. You could alternate minutes. You know, you could go 1 minute palms in, 1 minute palms out. Whatever, I'm gonna go with the single arm. Good morning, Spencer. And we're gonna go EMOM for 10. I'm gonna alternate between the right arm and the left arm for 5 sets. You could just go 2-hand, you could go toes to bar, pull-ups, whatever hanging option you wanna go with. Jody says, that's what I call sleep lifting. Oh God. Yeah, I can't really be sleepy, especially with that barbell. I don't wanna drop it and make a bunch of noise and break the floor and all that kind of stuff. All right, dog, you're the worst. So we're gonna go 10 minutes of hang work. You know, I wouldn't work for more than, I don't know, 30 seconds because 1-to-1 is gonna be pretty tough. But let's see how it feels. Let's see if we get some, oh, there we go. All right, let's do this. 10 seconds. Let's hang. Yaroslav, did you already go to the gym? 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. There we go, Spencer. Can't see the clock. A bit smarter. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I think I'm gonna screw my grip up there. Look at that, 20 seconds. That's gotta be a PR. If you guys haven't seen Spencer's channel, he did a, what was it? I don't know your numbers, but it was what, 10 seconds with 160 pounds? More than that? Crazy, crazy. Definitely getting some hang inspiration from that guy. 15, I'm gonna go right arm. 10, maple. So sweaty. This dog is too much today. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Dog. The grip doesn't feel as good on this side. See if I can fall asleep like you did, Spencer. Maple. Wow. That side didn't feel as good. It's just strange. I feel like that was the better one before. Spencer got 22 and 30 seconds with 160 pounds. That's like, see, 22 and 30. So I just got 22 on the left with 160 pounds, but no extra weight. Crazy. Crazy impressive stuff, man. And then a short stint with, what was it, like 210 pounds? What was that heavy one that you tried? All right, 5, 3, 2, 1.
I just do, that's fact, and I don't feel no shame. It's a mood you lack, I go crazy. Nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me
Maple,
hazy.
stop
Back to
it.
unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got
Anybody want a
visions
dog?
in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget.
Yeah, 20 is my goal for sure.
Every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll feel the seeds as I spread.
So far, so good, team. How does that hang feel? What are you doing, Jody? Which option you going with? Quiet this morning. 20 seconds. Definitely gonna get better at this. 15. 10. Maple. 3, 2, 1. No. Maple. That's hard. I'll probably, well, we'll see. I might get one more per side and then doubles, but we'll see. Spencer, 2:15 for 13 seconds. Wow. 2:35 for 2.5. That dog, the dog is the worst. I know, look at her. Obviously my sweat tastes so good. Stop it. Holy shit. This whole video is just me giving her crap. Love it. Stop. 10 seconds. You're frustrating me. Nope. 5, 3, 2, 1. Spencer, I'm curious to know how much time between sets. What's your rest period? Maple. I never miss that fact. Taking big swings, hand to the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Goodness, dog. I'm curious to hear about rest. So I know your volume is generally pretty low. Like how much rest between working sets? I know oftentimes there aren't many working sets, but I'm curious about that between warm-ups, working sets, all that stuff. 15. See if I can keep the 20s the whole way. 10. 3, 2, 1. They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. 3 per side down. Spencer, I asked on your video, I'm not sure if you answered yet, back bridges are every day for now, rotated. They're gonna be every second Tuesday, I think, right now. So may not make progress as fast as we want, but basically what I've got is Monday through Friday, each one has a skill day. So today's Thursday. Thursday's extra work is hang. Monday was and go. So basically I've got 5 different skills. One is like a slow heavy, so it could be any kind of like powerlifting. Yesterday we did a little Turkish get-up work. Tomorrow is fast heavy, so some sort of like weightlifting, you know, power cleans or jerks or something quick. Ouch. And I think it was Tuesday, either Monday or Tuesday is gonna alternate between single leg work and the back bridge. Because I was thinking we'd go single leg, but we did pistols on Monday. So I didn't want to do the single leg work the day after. And I know the back bridge is something that I want to work on, so that'll be an alternating Tuesday movement. 10 seconds. We're almost there, team. This is going pretty well. 5, 3, 2, 1.
break, always fight, never quit, do it right.
Like a one-arm totem bar.
Have no shame.
Probably end up falling on my head though.
Live the game, I could change my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win a life. I never miss that fact. Taking big swings, put me in the
one more of each. It's going better than I thought. I was just doing one set per hand recently since I've tried the heavier ones first. I've done a second set since they're so short. Just the time it takes to set up next weight. Okay, so you're not doing warm-up sets, like you don't do a, body weight and then do like a, 50 pounds and then go to, the heavier ones. What does that look like? I'm curious. Maybe you're younger than I am and you don't need warm-ups, but slow. All right, 3, 2, 1. If you're going singles, this is the last one on this side. Oh, man.
They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a major lack. I go crazy, no, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit.
The grip was going on that one. Starting to claw, starting to open. Alright, one more. This is the extra. I missed a regular workout. I gotta check yesterday too. Yeah, today was, see the bar, was back squats from the floor, which is just so dumb. I need a squat rack and like a plank with an overhead lift. Yesterday was presses and kettlebell swings with Turkish get-up work as the opportunity work. All right, last one, team. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Tomorrow's push-ups and high knees, and then our opportunity work will be a fast barbell movement. Oh shit, hand slipping. 5, 3, 2, 1. Dang. Still need to work on that. Although, what was that? 5 times 20, 100 seconds per hand. So a minute 40 per hand. Hey, that's more practice than I have been getting, so progress, right? Progress over perfection. That's where it's at. Finish up your minute, team, if you're doing a longer hang. All right, finish that up. 5, 3, 2, 1. Job, team. Up. All right, let's see if we can get a stretch in. Hey, good morning, Max. Go check out Pulsing Iron, guys, if you want some inspiration or some motivation for a whole lot of volume. Every day, that guy's there. Twice a day, I think, actually. Check it out. Thanks for hopping in, dude. You missed the fun. You missed the pain. Okay, let's get ourselves into a couple stretches here. First thing we're gonna do is just gonna be for the forearms, for the grip. So let's do this. All we're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands and point your fingers back towards yourself. And depending on how flexible they are, you could sit back, drop the hips back, and basically bring those wrists past 90, close that angle. We're just gonna hang out here. I like a little bit of side to side to loosen that up. Just that. Jody says, pull up grip, chin up grip, single grip left, single grip right, then back to pull up, etc. Yeah, excellent. She said that all hurt. Do you find it hurts the hands or the forearms? What's the limiting factor there, Jody? And Spencer, I do them after my one arm chin up attempts with 50 to 120 anyway, but I don't warm up before those. Can just get into them. Wow. That bar is smooth, so they're hard to hold on to. Okay, so you do your chin ups before the hangs anyways. Yeah, I'm always curious is that, stop it. is your training, like, is the video in chronological order? Like, is that the order that you're doing those exercises in, or do you kind of edit them around, you know, based on what you want the video to look like, or progressions, or I'm curious. And is it one session? Like, are you just going out there, getting it done, coming back in, or like, do you break it up? It's kind of, sometimes it seems like it's during the day and then it's during the evening. Jody says grip. Yeah. How does this feel now then? This forearm stretch is kind of starting to burn. So maybe get another 30 seconds here. You could even, you can walk it out a little bit too, kind of lifting the wrists, lifting the palms off the floor, getting a little bit more pull. Yeah, that's real. Okay, we'll ease out of that. Oh my God. Useful. And then let's go couch. I'm just gonna grab a mat for my knee, or a t-shirt. So let's do this. We'll just get a runner's lunge. How about that? So one knee on I'll do it this way, on something soft if you're on a hard floor, and then step the other leg out in front, and we'll just drop the chest on this one. So you're kind of opening up the inner thigh on that front leg, and a little bit of the hip flexor on the back leg. Whew. That was a good session. I'm very happy with that. Don't want to say I'm disappointed in brow, but I definitely had a couple people that were supposed to show up this morning. Jody, you're definitely the winner. You're the most consistent. Although I know Jason's joining us just a couple hours later because he's in a different time zone right now. But Jody, you are steady for sure. Oh, it's feeling good. What do we got? Spencer, they're usually in order, minus sometimes I do the heavy pull earlier, but put it at the end. I don't take breaks, but sometimes top sets between exercises are 45 minutes apart, and then it's dark. Well, yeah. With the, where was it? Oh yeah, the heavier pull, do you put that at the end just because it's kind of the most exciting thing? And you're just trying to make sure that video retention is good? Curious about that. Curious about video retention. It's always an interesting thing. Would you be willing to share YouTube stats, Spencer? Obviously, you're further along this journey than I am. I know I asked you at one point about, what was it, daily watch time. Obviously, you don't have to share that, but I am curious to see how many hours you're getting in a day compared to my very few. Oh, goodness. How's that feel? Is the hip opening up? It's feeling pretty good. Yeah, I guess it's dark when I train as well there, Jody, or Spencer. Did you answer about your thoughts on the live so far and how it has changed? Are you achieving your goals? I don't know if I answered that, but I don't know, to be honest. It might be, it's hard to say. I think there's a few things that have probably happened. You know, I've been interacting less with that strength community that, you know, you're a part of. Like, I'm not watching as many videos and commenting as much just because I'm a little bit busier, but also part of me is wondering if that was confusing YouTube, because this isn't the same thing as that, right? I mean, this is my goal is not pure strength like most of those guys are, like yourself. So I'm wondering if, you know, YouTube was a little confused by that. And then on the other side, you know, like, if we're talking about YouTube stats, yeah, it might be the same. Like, we're slowly getting a little bit more watch hours per day. But is that because of the lives, or is that just because it's been going a little bit longer? I don't know. But realistically, like, I don't even care. It's not about that. You know, the lives, for me, for two reasons. One is, you know, if I'm not editing some and doing some live. At least they're all coming out at the same time, right? And if you actually wanted to follow along at 5 a.m., you can. So one was for consistency, but more so than that, Spencer, it's about like, I have somebody to work out with. So it feels like I'm not alone. You know, we're getting this little community together that gets to train together. And like, for me, that's the biggest benefit. And I won't go back to doing edited videos. Like, I might make some videos, but for this program, like this regular everyday thing, it's gonna be live. And, you know, we'll just keep trucking, and I'm, you know, reaching out to people every day. And Jody is, you know, our main recruiter, and slowly we're gonna get more and more people, and it's gonna feel like a little CrossFit class almost in here. So that's the goal. But yeah, really, it's about me. It's about not working out alone. And, you know, there are days where I want to quit, and I know that people are here with me, and I don't quit. And so there's a huge ton of benefits with the lives. Appreciate that question. Yes, I average a bit over 13 a day. I'll hit 4K in a couple weeks. I'm looking at changing my approach after, because it takes so long, like interacting, editing, etc., etc. Yeah, the daily lives, I was hoping you did. I feel like it fits a lot better for you. Yeah, I mean, for what we're doing, I think it makes sense, because the way that I look at this is it's basically a fitness class. You know, I'm not just exercising, I'm trying to explain and you know, coach as much as I can without seeing you. So yeah, it's definitely a different feel, and I think it works best with the live because I can interact, people can ask questions, all that. So 4K in a couple months, good for you, man. Yeah, the watch hours seem to be the challenge. Like, I will definitely get to 1,000 subs before I get anywhere near 4,000 watch hours. It sounds like it's different for some people, that they'll get to those watch hours before the subs. I think it all depends on the content, though. I'm very interested to know what you mean by that. So when you do change the format, because you do a lot of editing, I know that, and because of your tight community, like, you're responding to comments all the time, it seems. So I'm curious, actually, just to know, like, how much time do you spend after the fact, like after your actual workout? Like, how much time do you spend editing and interacting on YouTube? And then with that, if you are going to switch it, what are you going to do differently? Okay, so while Spencer gives us insight on that, this is like just a chat this morning. Let's talk for just a minute on the homework, right? I mean, we'll use Spencer as an example, but, you know, we all have something that we want to work towards. We have some goal, some project, some thing that if we do it, you know, like, that's our life work. That's our purpose in this world. That's the thing that you're going to look back at and say, yes, I did that thing. You know, for example, for Spencer, he finishes his routine, and then his most important work, you know, aside obviously from being a father and doing those things, because that's necessary. But after he goes and does his most important work, he sets up his editing, he does his shorts and his voiceovers, and he interacts with the community, because building that community is his goal, right? That's his most important work. You know, for me, it's very similar. It's doing the social media stuff, and doing the chapters, and prepping for tomorrow with thumbnails and all that other stuff. For you, it might be reading a book. It might be starting a side gig. It might be fucking learning to garden. I don't know, right? Whatever your goal is, this is the time. The body is set, the body is primed, your mind is clear and good to go. Do an hour. Do an hour every day towards that thing, you know, and the wins stack up. So don't neglect that section. Spencer, inspiring them to go every day and then every other day lives seem different. Your every day is great to keep people accountable. I know it'll grow. Yeah, the way I keep looking at it is like, it'll only fail if I quit. You know, if we get a couple days where like nobody shows up and I get negative about it, but I'm not going to quit, right? I'm going to keep it up. Yaroslav, I had to run to the gym, but left my boy to finish the workout. See you tomorrow. Is that, who's the comment from then? I'm curious. But yeah, Spencer, the live is, it's definitely the way I'm going to go. I mean, I don't know if I need to start making shorts and stuff to increase visibility, but I'm okay with slow progress. As long as I've got, you know, couple people here joining me, then this is it. We will grow from there. I remember, good point here. I've owned a CrossFit affiliate since 2012. And I remember when I opened it, there were we didn't have anybody, right? So there were days, there was a gym across the road from us, and you wouldn't know, it was Tony Greco. It was kind of like, I don't know, sports conditioning, like they did the same circuit every day, whatever. But I would sit at my gym outside because there would be nobody there, and I would watch across the street these people doing this circuit, and I was like, holy shit. But I remember that, right? We need to look at this workout, this YouTube channel as a business. And when I started that gym, like, we weren't busy until 6 months, a year down. And at no point did I consider quitting there. I just knew that keep doing the thing, get the people results, and they're going to show up. So, the way I see it is I'm just going to keep going. My goal is to improve this product as we go, and with feedback, I see it doing that. I see it getting better, and we're just going to keep reaching out to people and growing slowly. Jody says, I'm an early bird, always have been since childhood, discovering the Chicago Tribune in Chicago. Delivering, not discovering. Oh, paper girl, I like it. The city never sleeps. I never outgrew that wake-up cycle. Interesting. I've never been a morning person. This is just, I've forced myself now because, we're busy. We got kids and I got a farm and I've got no choice. I've actually always been the sleep-in guy. I think I've told the story before that, my wife used to go to she'd go to the 7 a.m. class at my gym. She'd come back, 8:39, and I'd still be in bed. So I have woken up early. I used to work for a fish market where we'd be receiving fish and seafood at 4 o'clock, and then we would do that. And I obviously, when I started the gym, we had a 6 a.m. class, so I have gotten up early. But this is, is always kind of forced. Spencer, I'm thinking about cutting the video time down and maybe not recording all accessories. It's very easy for me to do voiceover training, but when I actually stories, it's planning, right? I think people think that, you just press play and it all comes and it's simple, but I'm assuming there's probably a lot of work involved, even in just the voiceovers and making sure that they're what you want. And, the stories are always very entertaining. So I get it. I get how much work there is. And it says, as long as you keep doing this, it will grow. Don't worry. If you have days you're just by yourself, it's a good product you're offering. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Jody, Spencer, I just subscribed to your channel. Where are you outside lifting? California. Yeah, it's cool. Sometimes you'll see clips of lizards. And what I see there, they are Roadrunner. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it's cool. It looks nice and warm, but pretty dry. I think we talked about this before, but I don't see any hashtags. Yeah, tell me about that. Is that effective? I don't know where to put hashtags. This is all confusing. I put hashtags. Where do we do them? We do them in the video tags. I don't know. I don't know if any of that is, who knows what works, man. Yeah, get it, Jody. You got to go watch some of that stuff, Jody. Watch the shorts. Well, watch whatever Spencer wants you to watch, but I find the shorts very funny. I'm a friend of Spencer that does the voiceovers. They're pretty good. All right, team, let's see what we got tomorrow here. Let's sort this out. Let's get rolling on our day. I think I already mentioned it. Push-ups and high knees, which is basically our version of a sprint, which I would love to do, but space is relatively limited here. So we're going to do high knees and push-ups, and then heavy fast as our opportunity work, which is, I can't even see you guys on here. This is dumb. Yeah, which is likely going to be unsure. I'm open to suggestions, either some sort of power clean, power snatch, or jerk. Something quick. See, if the grip feels good, it might be a pull like a clean or a snatch, and if not, shoulder to overhead. Jody, I always search hashtags, coach. Oh. Explain. What do you mean you search hashtags? I don't even know about that. And but hashtags in the description for the video. When you make a live, you have a description, put hashtags, and it will get people in. I think they only use the top 3. Huh. And should I just use like clickbait hashtags, like porn, or like what do you just put our normal follow along morning routine kind of stuff, or I don't know. Because there's like, you know, there's a few people that checked in here, like Pumping Iron checked in here, right? And he's got one of those channels that, and this is where the difference is, right? Like this could be a little boring if you're just watching. Like I think a lot of those channels, you know, when they go live, people are just watching, right? And this guy's doing 500 push-ups and 300 pull-ups or whatever, and like people are just entertained by that. This is not entertaining, right? This is a whole different thing. So I wonder, you know, it's less entertaining to watch. This is more follow along. Oh my goodness. Hey, well, what hashtags? You're the expert. You guys are probably both more experts than I am. What would you put? Fitness, gym, health? Even if I'm looking for a purse, I use hashtags. But what do you mean, Jody? Like in the search bar in YouTube, you use a hashtag? Am I able to do things here? Oh, that's not what I want. Sorry. That's our farm YouTube channel. It was a video from last winter. Yeah, I'm up for an intervention here. I don't know how to use this shit. Yep. Okay. Well, Jody, you know where we could chat more, obviously Instagram, but I would love if you would join our free school group. I have a description in this live. Yeah, I do a description every day for sure. And like I do a lot of work. I'll go in and put the chapters in later as well. I've got tags in the description. I've got the workout right up. I do a lot of description work. I just didn't know that hashtags were that effective. I mean, like Maple, you'll see, you know, big channels with no hashtags in description. Like how valuable is that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there are a whole lot of people coming in just out of the blue. I think everybody's either coming from, you know, like Sevon, where I've reached out to people, or whatever, Instagram, like it's just basically coming from hustling. I don't know if a lot of people are just finding us on the Explore page. And is that because of hashtags? Somebody's watching this in the replay. It's going to be pretty boring. Oh well. Sometimes I'll do 5-minute live and 1,000 people popped up. I mean, you obviously have a bigger following, but hey, I'm very surprised you haven't had trolls. I know we don't get a lot of trolls. I've had like 2. Is it just because it's 5 a.m.? I don't know. People are on YouTube. Very important. Okay, I'll start doing it. We'll include it. I'll just put some in the what is it, the like default description. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Maybe I'll go work on that now, or at least set up for tomorrow. You guys are the best. Thanks for showing up, Spencer. Jody, you're the best, obviously. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.